Hey, what is up, mortals? Obsidian Zed here, and before we get into today's video, there is something I'd like to say. I'd like to let you all know that we have a merch store. Some of the items in it are available only for a limited amount of time, so if you're interested, go into the description and check it out. Each purchase helps us make more content. Secondly, if you didn't know, only 25% of you are subscribed to us, so please hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the video. In this deep dive, we'll be exploring Motoyasu Kitamura from the Rising of the Shield Hero. We first see Motoyasu when he was summoned into another world as the Spear Hero in episode 1 of the anime, along with the Shield, Bow, and Sword heroes. At that time, Motoyasu didn't think much about the other heroes and chose to spend his time flirting with women. He later was tricked by Malty into assisting her in accusing Naofumi of the false crime of rape, and ended up causing Naofumi to be branded a criminal. He was later deceived by Malty into confronting Naofumi after hearing about the fact that Raphtalia was a slave. He forced Naofumi into a one-sided duel, which he only won due to Malty's interference, which he was unaware of. Upon the removal of Raphtalia's slave mark, he was slapped and yelled at by Raphtalia before she went to comfort Naofumi. Rin and Itsuki later pointed out that someone had interfered with the duel and announced Motoyasu the loser. Motoyasu, who couldn't believe what was happening, ended up claiming that Raphtalia was brainwashed, which led the other heroes to be amazed that he was capable of saying that after seeing Raphtalia lovingly embrace Naofumi. Later, when Motoyasu became the governor of Ryute village, which was affected by the recent wave, Malty decided to levy a tax of 50 silver coins for entry and exit of the village on his behalf. Motoyasu, who did not understand the value of the money demanded, was astonished by the protest of the villagers. Upon realizing the grave situation, Motoyasu asked Malty to reconsider, but his request fell on deaf ears. The circumstance leads to an unreasonable duel between Naofumi and Motoyasu for the position of governor of the village. Motoyasu was confident in his victory to the point of making fun of Philo, who retaliated by kicking Motoyasu in the crotch. Motoyasu later lost even though Malty cheated by attempting to sabotage Naofumi, which led to the position of governor remaining with the previous governor. Later, upon seeing Philo's human form, Motoyasu attacked Naofumi in the streets demanding he release her and that the fat bird be killed for kicking his crotch. He was later reprimanded by Melty for the damage he caused and the lives of the civilians he put at risk in his attempt to fight Naofumi. He later got his crotch kicked by Philo again when he called her a fat bird, not realizing that the fat bird was Philo. During the wave, Motoyasu hesitated when he needed to help Naofumi, but reluctantly agreed after being convinced by the sword and bow heroes. Later, Motoyasu confronts Naofumi, convinced that Naofumi used a brainwashing shield to brainwash Philo and Raphtalia. He also thought that the sword and bow hero was killed by Naofumi due to the lies Malty told him, causing Motoyasu to believe that Naofumi is a demon. Upon learning the truth, Motoyasu works with Naofumi in order to defeat the Pope who wishes to kill them and usurp the throne. They are later joined by the sword and bow heroes who are discovered to be alive and the Queen. With the four heroes working together and with the Queen's help, they barely manage to defeat the Pope. During the trial of Malty and the King, the Queen forces Malty to tell the truth using a slave crest. As Motoyasu attempts to defend Malty by applying a slave crest on her, but it backfires, proving Malty's lies. At the meeting to discuss how to combat the waves, Motoyasu disagrees with the bow and sword hero on the methods used to get stronger, claiming that what matters is enchantments. This leads to the three heroes arguing and Naofumi getting angry and storming out. While on the boat, Naofumi explains that all the systems they mentioned exists, but the other three heroes were too seasick to listen. Before we get back into the dive, I would like to say that in case you guys didn't know, we are a secondary channel to our main channel, We the Celestials. We the Celestials is full of fun what-if stories. If you have the sugar tooth for great storytelling, please give that channel a visit as well. If you're interested in content we share with all channels, make sure you click the icon in the top right or check the description below for a link to that channel. Now with that out of the way, let's get back into the dive. Motoyasu was shown to have long blonde hair tied up as a ponytail and orange eyes. He wears a sleeveless tunic and silver armor with chainmail underneath. He later discards the chainmail and armor in favor of leather gloves, boots, and a red cape with folial feathers upon learning about the truth of his former companion, Malty S. Melremark. His weapon of choice is the legendary spear, which he was granted upon arrival in the New World. Motoyasu is shown to be the friendliest of the 4 heroes. However, he is also the most gullible. This was shown when he easily believes Malty's claims, even when she has no solid evidence supporting her claims. An example of such was when she went to Motoyasu after she had stolen all Naofumi's clothes and money, which she gives to Motoyasu, claiming that she was raped by Naofumi. Even though she did not have a shred of evidence, Motoyasu believed her and turned hostile towards Naofumi in her defense. Motoyasu is also a simp. He often asks Raphtalia and Philo to leave Naofumi's party and join his. He believes that all women are incapable of doing evil or being wrong, which caused him to be easily fooled by Malty. He also acted on his own, trying to save Raphtalia and Philo without their consent by demanding Naofumi to release them as slaves. Furthermore, Motoyasu displayed that he was very delusional, listening to only what he agrees and ignoring whatever he does not like. This was shown when after Motoyasu's duel with Naofumi to free Raphtalia, where he got slapped and called out for his hypocrisy instead of a hug like he expected. Instead of understanding his mistakes, he defended himself, claiming that Naofumi must have brainwashed her. He also refused to believe Naofumi's innocence and the fact that he was deceived by Malty, even though all evidence proved so, and continued to believe Malty when she denied all of it. After obtaining the Curse series, Motoyasu's personality flipped completely as he develops an obsessive crush for Philo and began to regard Naofumi with the utmost respect as his father-in-law. He also changes from a simp to a filial lover. He becomes unable to see women as anything but pigs and starts to enjoy spending more time around filials. Additionally, he develops a thirst for blood in combat and doesn't mind killing or getting covered in blood. Before being summoned, Motoyasu was a university student and he was dating way too many girls simultaneously to the point where it got violent and one of the girls stabbed him. This led to him developing a trauma of yanderes. The truth was later revealed in the spin-off series where Motoyasu was not dating several girls simultaneously, but was that he could not choose between 2 of them. He was later stabbed to death by both of them. But then right after that he got summoned to the New World, which was similar to the game he played, Emerald Online. Motoyasu's skills mainly revolve around his legendary spear, which are the Shooting Star Spear, Lightning Spear, Chaos Spear, Airstrike Javelin, Rising Dragon Spear, Paralyzed Spear, Meteor Thrust, and Portal Spear. He also has a synergy skill known as Burst Flare Lance, where he combos with his companions Zweit Fire and Zweit Airshot concentrated at the tip of his spear, which he then thrusts and fires in a beam attack. Thank you all for watching the video to the end. Now there are a few more things I'd like to go over before the video ends. Again, I'd like to let you all know that we have a merch store. Some of the items in it are only available for a limited amount of time, so if you're interested, go into the description and check it out. Each purchase helps us make more content. Secondly, I'd like to thank our $5 and up Patreon supporters for helping to fund these videos. And lastly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank the writer as well as the editor for this video. Their details will be in the description. If you're a voice actor, editor, or writer, or if you're interested in becoming one of these, go to the Discord that's in the description of this video and hit up the head of one of those areas. We're always looking for new members to join us. And that's it for today's video. So thank you all for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're interested, and hit that like button if you liked the video. Until next time, peace out mortals, have an amazing day.